Day 2, NBL and NBA Summer League done and dusted. And I tell you what, I've seen a lot of daily wraps over the last couple of years. It's going to be tough to beat this. I've got the lads back in town. Liam Santamaria joining me, Olgun, Uluc, and we're at the Sphere, the newest attraction in Las Vegas. It looks beautiful. It's currently lit up for the NBA in-season tournament that was announced today, but it keeps changing every hour. So we'll try and get this done before it changes off of basketball. This is a beautiful spot. Liam, it's great to see you. What caught your eye today on the floor?
Well, it's good to be here. My head's kind of spinning. You arrive and, we've been talking about how many NBL connections are here. So you walk the concourse for 5 minutes and you just bump into all the head coaches and the GMs and the agents that are representing. On the floor, it was cool to see Xavier Cooks out there starting for the Wizards. Look, just really comfortable and confident, almost a double-double, making the extra pass. So that was cool. We're going to see him back on the floor again tomorrow. So that was probably the thing that stood out for me.
Now, Olgun, we're not expecting any signing breakings just yet. It is only day 2, but on some sour news for NBL fans. Keanu Pinder was due to suit up for the Phoenix Suns, wasn't even suited up in the end. We've got a bit of an update on what happened there.
So he just has a back injury. It doesn't seem to be anything that's serious in any way. So there's an expectation that he'll come back. Sam Wardenberg with the Timberwolves is another guy who has a little niggle as well. He's got a knee injury. There's an expectation he'll come back too. So we saw Xavier Cooks today. There's a hope that we'll see these guys on the floor sooner than later.
And the report is that we're going to get maybe one more game out of Xavier Cooks. Is that right, before they potentially shut him down?
That was the expectation going into this tournament, that we will see Xavier Cooks once or twice. We even saw today it was sort of limited minutes, played toward the end of the game. But like Liam said, he showed why he's a guaranteed guy in this league. And so, yeah, maybe one more game and then he probably shuts it down.
Well, I'm glad that you guys have joined me because it's been hectic already 2 days down. Liam, you've done an incredible job with the Next Stars so far. You taken a couple of days off, have you, before you came here?
No days off, man. No days off. I was at the Peach Jam, Nike Peach Jam in Augusta, and I was at the NBA Academy Games in Atlanta. So continuing to look for talent that could potentially be Next Stars. Aussies, kind of a really interesting big Kiwi playing at the Global Academy right now, and then some high-level guys from around the rest of the world, some NBA Academy Africa guys who are going to be future NBA players. And the Nike Peach Jam event, man, you got to get there. So that is unbelievable. Crazy atmosphere. Cooper Flagg, Kambuza, guys like this that are going to be, star NBA players down the track. So just keep on searching for talent, man.
So you've loaded up on Next Stars for NBL 24. You've taken no time off and you're looking for the next one for the next future.
That's the idea. Try to get started a little bit earlier. I think over the next kind of 6-9 months, we're going to be in conversations about and with a bunch of the guys I was just watching at Peach Jam, top 30 ranked guys in the States for the next class and the class after. So to see them in person, see them play a couple of times gives me a chance to really evaluate them. And then once those conversations spark up, I'll kind of know what I'm talking about when it comes to those guys.
Now, not a Next Star, but I caught up with Perth GM Danny Mills, and Ben Henschel signed to the Wildcats. He played terrific in recent times.
He was awesome at the Academy Games, playing for the Centre of Excellence. He's kind of like a year above a lot of the guys that he was playing, and it showed out there on the floor. I think the Wildcats have a really good player in Ben Henschel. Signed him to a roster spot. They're ready to go. But look, there were some other Aussies that played really well at that event also. Johnny Furphy out of Victoria is kind of blowing up at that event right now. 250 college coaches in the building watching him, and he's getting interest from high major, like Power 5 schools. Luke Fennell from Victoria, Dash Daniels, of course, he's going to be a star of the future. So, maybe some future Next Stars, some future NBA players, heaps of talent.
Firstly, there's probably no better Aussie name than Johnny Furphy out there, and he is blowing up. But, Olgun, all the teams look like they've touched down now. CJ Bruton just floating around quietly. You got a little bit of news in that space with the Adelaide 36ers?
Yeah, I do. If you see CJ Bruton around for the next few days and he looks a little bit stressed, there's a reason why. The signing of Jacob Wiley was supposed to come with an expectation that Robert Franks would be gone from that team. He was supposed to sign with the European team, and Jacob Wiley was going to come in and take that spot. As of now, Robert Franks is still on that roster. There was a deal in Europe that I'm told fell through. They are still looking for a team for him to go to. His agent is confident that it will happen, but the time's ticking. Right now, CJ Bruton has to know, is he going to have Jacob Wiley, Robert Franks, and Antonius Cleveland on their roster? Or is he going to be able to offload Robert Franks and find that starting point guard that he's looking for? He has to know, hopefully toward the end of Summer League, so he can actually find that point guard. as of now, it's looking a bit suspect.
Now, I said you have a couple of signings for us later in the week, or a couple of guys getting close. But on a local point of view in the NBL, it looks like something's done and dusted up north.
Yeah, I'm told Gabe Hadley has signed a one-year deal with the Brisbane Bullets. Now, he finishes off their local core. That local group is finished, and now we've seen Justin Schuler out here. We've seen Stu Lash out here as well. They're looking for an import wing to basically finish off their lineup. They got Rocco Zakarski, and that was basically the catalyst needed to go and get someone like Gabe Hadley. They were sort of scouring the market for a local big, a third-string guy. They got that in Rocco, and so they can go and use that last local spot on someone like Gabe Hadley, who Schuler has experience with, and trust him. If worse comes to worse, an injury happens, if he needs to play some minutes, foul trouble, he can come on, hit some shots, knows the way Schuler likes to play.
Tell you what, we weren't going to leave the sphere without getting at least some signing out of Olgun. But last name here I want to throw out to you, Liam. We saw him play for the Breakers last year. He was an exceptional talent, Barry Brown Jr. Looks very comfortable on that floor.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's a bucket getter, right? We knew, he'd be comfortable out there in that type of situation. So put up double figures. They weren't able to get the win, his squad, but he's starting and playing good minutes. Are we going to see him back in the league next season? That's what I'm wondering, because it's not going to be with the Breakers, but will it be with someone else?
Well, we have touched on already, there's a couple of teams looking for that scoring guard. Olgun, is there any space for him left in the NBL?
So if you think about who needs that spot, Sydney is looking for a starting point guard. Assuming everything goes well in Adelaide, they will need a version of that too. As of now, there are no real whispers on a Barry Brown signing in the NBL. Doesn't mean it can't happen. He's a proven guy in the league. Oh no, the sphere's off. Oh, no, that's all right. No. That's okay. Thank God. There's no whispers yet. I wouldn't completely take it off the table, but as of now, nothing.
Hopefully that sphere was about the Volkanovski knockout. That's what that was. Tomorrow, day 3. I'm really excited. There's one matchup I've got circled. Rayan Rupert, Victor Wembanyama, Duop Reith. He had a fantastic game, but there's a bit of a connection there with Rupert and Wembanyama.
Oh, they're great mates. They've got French guys around the same age, got the same agents, both from ComSports. So that's going to be fun seeing them go up against each other. But you're right, Duop Reith in particular, he's going to play some minutes on Wemby, which will be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing Luke Travers. He was obviously played well yesterday. He's got the short hair. I told him to cut the hair, and that's looking good. The game's looking good, so looking forward to seeing him back out there.
And lastly, you mentioned Luke Travers. He's going to be first off. He's the first game tomorrow, playing against the Raptors' DJ Hogan. And Olgun, I actually spoke to a couple of the Kings people. The Toronto Raptors pretty high on DJ Hogue. Hit the first 3 in the first game. Could be potential maybe that we don't see him in NBL?
Potential, sure. Likelihood, unlikely. The Kings are pretty confident that he's someone who's going to come back and join their lineup. Don't put that fear into Chris Pongrass right now.
No, I won't. He was great for us today. But that's all we have for day 2 of the NBL at NBA Summer League. The sphere looks beautiful. The boys are in town. Let's go get some dinner.